Before we go into this lesson, we give all honor, all glory, and all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rekakodash. We give double honor to the apostles and prophets and elders of James Camp, Bethlehem Great Millstone, for the bring forth the 100% truth that I be currently edified under. Shalom to the elect tabernacle of David. And I am Roberta Zaria coming to this lesson. Right. Now, right, so as we see in the front page here, right, no, not being some function, no, we're dealing with, right, dealing with brain functions to be exact, right, because we want to get our cleanse for the brain to allow our body to work better, to function in a more appropriate manner, right, so that we continue to do the will of the Father in a better sense, of course, right. So let's start again. Mind you, as you start, let's bring this out immediately, especially with your brain, because you would want this to function correctly, especially as you're aware of the truth and having wisdom. It would be more crucial for you to actually have a more profound brain, so you can bring out the matters in a better way, being able to think and memorize things in a faster sense at the end of the day, right? So to help with your lessons, to be exact. So this is what I'm here for. Going back into the precept yet again. I'm not going to stop until you guys do decide to take notes at times, right? It says Yahweh created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. So what I'm going to provide for you here is the understanding of your brain and what you could use to strengthen certain functions of the brain. All right. The title of the lesson going to be Remedy of your brain. Remedies for brain functions. All right, for better brain functions, I believe, right? So without further ado, let's get into the lesson. So we have here, and I'm glad to explain it like this. So we have here, the brain is a central center of the body. It manages everything from your thoughts and emotions to movements and automatic body functions. Here is a clear breakdown. Main functions of the brain: control of the body movements, sends signal to muscles for voluntary movements like walking and talking, coordinates balance and posture mainly via the cerebellum, right? And as it goes, and I'm glad to point out the areas that it actually works upon, right? Processing sensory information, interprets input from the eyes, ears, and skin, and thoughts, and nose. This is to the back of your brain, which is also known as the optical lobe or occipital lobe, which deals with your vision, right? It deals with the vision, like eyes, the colors that you see, the motions, the spatial awareness, and all these things it deals with. So this is what it's talking about here. Let's go on to say. It goes on to say, vision, occipital lobe, hearing, which is temporal lobe, touch, which is parietal lobe, and we have smell or taste, which is temporal, and other areas. Okay, right. As we go on to say, thinking and decision making handles memories, reasoning, problem solving, and language mainly in the frontal lobe and the cerebral cortex, because the frontal lobe controls the way you think and how you move and remember things. For those who don't know, right? Even though they say it here, it actually controls that itself. Emotions and behavior, and controls emotions, controls moods, emotions, and personalities involving the limbic system. Then we have the fifth part, regulating the body functions. Very important. And this, for those who don't know, I believe it's supposed to be a temporal. No, your brain stem. Your brain stem is what controls your breathing, heartbeat, your hunger, the way you sleep, and all these things. Your pressure, your heart rate, your swallowing, coughing, sneezing, digestion, sleep, consciousness, basically. That's what your brain stem is dealing with at the point in time. So let's go on to say, controls breathing, heartbeat, hunger, thirst, sleep, and temperatures. via the brain stem, you see, and by the brain stem and hypo and thalamus. It says major part of the brain and the roles function, which was mentioned here. We already see, so we're going over it again: thinking, memory, speech, sense, movement. Cerebellum, balance and coordination. Brainstem, breathing, heart rate, reflexes. Hypothalamus, hunger, thirst, body temperature, and hormones. Hippocampus, long-term memory, and amygdala, which is emotions like fear and pleasure. So you see the information provided here for these that the functions of the brain. Now we want to strengthen mainly their brain stem, frontal lobes too, you know? But the frontal lobes, the herb that is used to strengthen your frontal lobes is also used to strengthen your partial lobes, as well as the cerebellum, as also this cerebral, and your we call this thing occipital lobe. But the one that strengthens the brain stem, again one more time, the one that strengthens the brain stem also strengthens your olfactory nerve, to be exact, which transmits information regarding person's sense of smell to the brain. All right, it's like a receptors that sends the cranial cavity, which travels to the olfactory bulb. For those who don't know, so we just want to put that out there one time. So this is why we deal with the brain stem, because it strengthens the two parts, which is crucial for your mind, thoughts, and action. And then we strengthen the frontal lobe, which strengthens the partial lobe. It also strengthens the cerebellum and the other parts of the brain, which is required, left and right side to be exact. All right. So that one, to be put into simpler perspective, left and right side and back area of the brain. So without further ado, we have the first information provided here, which is you have a ginkgo, valerian. This is your brain stem. Got to cola, ginger, turmeric, and lion's mane. You could also use because chaparral, clears the passage of the oxygen to deliver to the brain in a better sense. It removes things like candida and impurities in your blood. It literally binds and scrapes, so you would have a better flow towards your brain, for those who don't know. All right, we have a next remedy dealing with the frontal lobe. All right, the frontal lobe, which deals with both of them, which is valerian, blue vervain, blessed thistle, chaga, and turkey tail. These put together is going to strengthen your frontal lobe, partial lobe, temporal lobe, and all the other lobes come down to the cerebral and the cerebellum. Okay. Then we have the brain stem. You see one herb, one combination. Then we have a different combination for the frontal lobe straight down to the cerebellum, or cerebral to be exact. All right. Also strengthens, because it have the turkey tail and the chaga has trace minerals like B12, a high composition of B12, which is used to do what? Relax nerves and prevent nerve damage. So your olfactory nerve is very crucial, which also, mind you, assists with the brainstem too. So it comes back together in one, but you have to do it as a separate portion regardless. And before you do that, you have to take a cleanse, a foundation detox, which consists of burdock root, yellow dock, hydrangea root, sarsaparilla, and blessed thistle. And for your gut and cell cleanse, you have your cascara sagrada. Let me see if I have it here. I don't want to butcher it. That is a foundation detox. Cascara sagrada, rhubarb root, prodigious, and blessed thistle. This is what you're going to use to clean out your gut while taking a cleanse, so that your blood is going to be cleaned out in a faster process. Alright? And then you go to your what? The first thing you're targeting is your brain stem. Okay, go one more time. Valerian, cola, ginger, turmeric, and lion's mane. Right? We also have what is mentioned here for your brain and nerve support overall. Right? With these, with majority of the areas, we have the Santa Maria, we have your blue vervain, lavender, and tila. But we also have the remedy in place of that, which is known as banju, which has not yet failed in the industry of herbs and remedy, especially with Dr. Sabia and his remedies. Let me put that out there one time, because I want to make sure and grab that quick, because we don't want to lapse, and that is one of the main remedies you could use as well. Alright, and I'm going to give one more after this. So let's go into it. Bear with me, I'm looking for it. That thing is about I'm almost there. Once I see the remedies for Sebi, we good to go. It's there now. It's here. Sure, bro. Just have a look. That's all. Okay. Almost get it. Alright. So lower down, I believe. Right. Get me. I'll find it again. I have everything right in this one book. So let's just get that over with. Okay, there we go. I reached the pages. We have not bromide plus now. It's banju. I'm gonna look for that banju. We have for banju, which is elderberry, blue vervain, burdock, valerian, baldwin, and yellow dock. Also used for all areas of your brain in strengthening and increasing the functions required and in relaxing your brain itself. So we give literally all remedies for each part. Your brain stem, which deals with a certain portion. Your frontal lobe, which deals with a certain portion, which also deals with what the temporal lobe as well, right? Also deals with the occipital lobe, which deals with the back of your head for your vision, to be exact. So this is what you have to be targeting at the point in time. If you're having a vision problem, you could use that. But if you're having a retinal damage problem, you know it's a different part of your body required. It's not the same thing. When you have a retinal problem, it deals with what? Either overly heated light like LED, which is very dangerous for your eyes, and also lack of nutrients required, which is why your eyes are giving out. It starts with what? Your pancreas and your endocrine system and your liver. That's when your eyes begin to start to function differently. So there's one thing you have to deal with, which I deal with that client right now. Firstly, to relax the retina and the damage that's been done to the retina, prevent that damage, and then get into the other parts dealing with what? Cleansing out the liver correctly, and then deal with the last part with the occipital view, or lobe, which deals with your vision itself, to correct that, put that back in order, to prevent blindness. So I hope this information was clear and edifying. We say Shalom Yasharala. And this is what we do. This is what we have to do. Even for ourselves. This is what we have to do. For Yasharala and for Yahweh Yoshai. I want that all the brothers and all the Achians are doing well in their health. I know how to fix my health. My health fixed, but I have to fix it a lot more. I'll be more disciplined too. But in saying that, there are things that I have used on myself and on others that works 100%. This is why we have to go back and when I say, then give place to affection for Yahweh had created him. Let him not go from thee, for thou hast need of him. There's a time when in their hands is good success. For they shall also pray unto Yahweh, which they shall prosper, that which they give for ease, and for remedies to prolong life. That is the purpose of us, which is why I keep saying, write it down, or at least memorize it. At least 5 herbs, not everything, at least. You know, if it even one part that causing a problem, your liver, 5 herbs that will do the trick. I usually do that regardless. I give 1 herb, 2 herbs, 5 herbs, and a combination. So you could just take the ones that is easy to remember, so that when time comes, you can get the help you're looking for by just buying and applying the herbs. Simple. You understand? Which again, the Bible says, wisdom and knowledge should be disability at that time, and strength of salvation for the fear of Yahweh is his treasure. So you would want to at least grasp some of the information provided so that it will help you in the long run. Not ignore the videos being brought out, and when you're done, you're asking me the same question over and over. What you can do for that, boy? Where you have for this? Where you have for that? No, it's there. I've been posting. I haven't stopped. I'm not going to stop. I'm always going to be keeping posting. So come on.